What's up, Taiwan? I'm Yvonne Young with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. It's been 3 years since Taiwan's anti-stalking law took effect, but victims' advocates say some people are still living in fear. They say the law needs updating to close gaps that leave people exposed. Now, one lawmaker says she has a plan. John Van Trieste reports.
跟骚立法3周年，保护还要更完善，保护还要更完善。
Ms. A's life is derailed. For 2 years, she's been followed and threatened by a coworker whose advances she rejected. Her stalkers spread her personal information online and even broken into her house. Taiwan's anti-stalking law hasn't stopped the harassment. Despite a written warning from police and a court-issued protection order, she lives in hiding. And even here, giving pre-recorded testimony today, with her voice changed, she appears with a mask, sunglasses, and a low hat to guard her privacy.
法律到底是保护被害者还是保护加害者呢？我觉得是保护加害者。
It's now exactly 3 years since the Stalking and Harassment Prevention Act took effect, and victims' advocates say it's helped close to 9,000 victims get help from police. But the question of how many cases like Ms. A's remain, undetected or just brushed off, is something that concerns them. One issue, from a lawyer's view, is that the law says the crime must be, quote, sexual or gender-related, conflating two issues and opening a loophole some only realize is there when they try to report stalking behavior.
我们之前曾经遇过非常多人他去到警察局跟警察说，指责他说他一直跟着我。 警察告诉他说：“抱歉，我们没有办法处理这个问题。这个行为也不是性骚扰，跟着你也不是性骚扰。”
But there's at least one chance to close those loopholes and offer more effective protection to stalking victims. Lawmaker Fan Yun says she's drawing up a bill to do just that. She says it will have the government rethink the need for a sexual harassment threshold so no one is left behind. And there's more.
第一点，跟骚也要有紧急保护令。第二点，跟骚受害者的资料需要保护。第三，加害人要接受教育辅导。 以上这3个诉求，家暴法都可以做到，所以跟骚法也应该要修法做到。
From Ms. A to lawmaker Fan Yun to the lawyer and the activists here today, the hope is the same, making sure a 3-year-old law succeeds in its original mission to get justice for people who would otherwise have their lives destroyed. Alex Chen and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
Lawmakers have passed a draft amendment meant to change the name and target groups of priority seats on public transportation. Irene Lin has the story.
Here at Taipei Metro train, you will see the sign that says passengers should yield the seat to the elderly, pregnant, disabled, and those who travel with babies and children. But that may be about to change.
Taiwan's legislature has passed a draft amendment that aims to remove the specific references to the elderly, women, and children on metros, buses, and trains in the law. The goal is to be more inclusive, recognizing the needs of people with disabilities and anyone who may have invisible discomfort or illnesses. The amendment also proposes changing its Chinese name to a more inclusive term to match with its English translation. The original name, Bo'ai, translates to benevolence and stems from a core philosophy in Chinese history. It's meant to promote universal love and care for one another. While the name and its target groups was well intended, they were often twisted by passengers to use against each other. Footage of conflicts erupting on public transport commonly circulates online. Often they involve debate over who should be prioritized and whether some people should occupy the seats. Many passengers do yield these seats when they see someone in need, but too often the signs of someone in need are unclear.
就是有坐在优先座的人，就是他应该就是有需要坐在那个位置，所以我不会判定说他的身体状况好不好，或他的年纪大或小，然后可不可以坐那个位置。
Some think it's people's behavior that needs to change.
其实我觉得都一样因为博爱座就是给那个老弱妇孺或是受伤的人坐的，你优先坐的话，现在很多年轻人基本上想坐就坐了，他也不会让座，只顾着看手机、滑手机什么的。
But for groups who fight for disability rights, it's still a symbolic improvement.
反而是一些比较隐性的障碍，比如说因为洗肾或是癌症、体能衰退这个部分，那大家可能反而不知道要怎么让，因此改成优先席，我觉得是一个很好的做法，让有需要的人能够提出来，不见只是身心障碍者而已。所以希望大家能够在政府的宣导之下，多了解说博爱座它是一个互相帮忙、互相体谅的设置，而不是说给某些人的保留座。
The amendment is still going through the legislature. If it's passed, lawmakers say the Transportation Ministry should standardize the signage on all public transportation.
While lawmakers are working to rebrand priority seats, allowing more people to enjoy the service, the ultimate goal is for everyone using public transit to be more kind to each other and to share the space in peace. Josephine Ringlin in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
In northern Taiwan, a beauty pageant is turning factory workers and teachers into kings and queens. By bringing a Filipino tradition to Taiwan, the event casts a spotlight on migrant workers who are often overlooked. Gina Lopez reports.
Face powder, false lashes, and last-minute prayers. This stage in Taoyuan feels more like Manila on Coronation Day. But every king and queen here is a Filipino migrant working in Taiwan. They stand back up, literally, after every slip. Among them is 28-year-old English teacher Malaya. Today, she's trading in her lesson plan for sequin dresses and heels. She wants to inspire more people to be more compassionate, just as she has been, even amid the difficulties she has faced.
I have experienced discrimination because of my nationality, but I didn't let it weigh me down. I focus on my goals and I just do my job and prove them that I am capable, even if I am a Filipino.
Across the room is 35-year-old electronics engineer McCoy. Unlike many of the other contestants, he's getting ready all by himself. After 3 tireless years on the factory floor, today's runway is his break from the circuit boards.
Yun, ang gusto ko po ipakita dito ay kahit na busy tayo sa trabaho.
I want to show that even if we are busy with work, we have to learn how to balance our life so that we can further grow and become more productive, not only in work, but also in life as a whole.
Ginoo at Binibining Taiwan is a homegrown pageant staged by migrant workers themselves, one of many organized by Filipinos living abroad. But here, kings and queens share the same runway, making it one of the first mixed-gender competitions held in Taiwan. Contestants face off in themed costume rounds, production, casual, and summer wear. Organizers say the real headline isn't beauty, it's the chance to build community and stand together far from home.
Gusto ko magkaroon tayo ng unity sa pamamagitan na to is...
I want us to have unity through this event, to get together and to be with each other. Through this, we can learn more about what each one of us goes through, what sacrifices we have made being far from family, and get some idea of what each of our stories are.
It's not just contestants coming together. Members of the Filipino community from all over Taiwan have filled the venue to cheer for their favorites. Solidarity also raises funds. Ticket sales support a shelter for elderly and special needs children in the Philippines. Community leaders serve as judges and say the pageant builds pride as much as it shows off style.
Back in the Philippines, people love pageant. You know, they love to showcase their talents, the Filipino cultural heritage through the costumes they're donning, or I think it's more of like adding confidence.
Malaya and McCoy may not have won this time, but they say that just taking part in the pageant is already an accomplishment. For these contestants, winning isn't just about the sash or the crown. It's about the space they've created to build each other's self-confidence and foster a tight-knit community. Hang Shu, David Santos, and Gina Lopez for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Finally, we head to Ukraine, where hundreds of people are celebrating the longest day of the year with some of their oldest traditions. I'm Yvonne Yang. Take care, and I'll see you next time.